Hi folks, and welcome to a back garden tour. It's been about a year since we did one of these, maybe longer. Would you like to tell everyone why we're doing a garden tour today, Jessica?
We have been very good with the garden this year because we are having a soiree here after we get married next week. And my aunt can't make it, sadly, but she does love to watch JB's videos. So we thought we'd give her a little garden tour and that you might like to see it too.
Let's get started. Take it away.
This is my favourite rose. This is a rambling rose. They're just coming out. There's one like right back here.
Hidden in the shadows.
Hidden. But soon, like, there's buds everywhere and it'll be bright red and it's so cute. And I bought this like 2 years ago. Itty bitty.
Tiny
And it's
little baby.
the only one that's in the ground and it's doing very, very well. This one looks a little sad. Can't quite figure out why, but you know, it's got some heads on it, so it's fine. And this is
Sweet Rocket.
sweet.
Oh, look at that. Cute. Little ladybird.
Get my
aphid
aphids.
eater. Yeah.
Come on. There you go. There it is.
Okay.
Excellent. I also bought this Philadelphias when it was like this tall and sticks, basically. JB thought it was dead
I
for
really
like the
did.
longest time.
It's a very late, you know, it stays
It does
very,
stay woody.
Yeah, like it doesn't really start to put on leaf until the end of April, right?
So soon it will be completely covered in white flowers. I'm hopeful that we'll have a few more before the wedding, but I'm not sure.
Do you want to talk about the little...
Yeah. This is also a rose. Shock
Oh,
horror.
you're straight on the rose.
We're straight on the rose. Probably covered in aphids. I've done my best to get rid of them. I just squeeze them at the moment because I'm gross and then I wash my hands. And it has got like one flower, really, really heavy. Super pretty, but they don't like to hold themselves up, like at all. But it smells like divine. I love these. These are hellebores. They are over for the year, like completely and utterly
They
over.
had such bad aphids as well. They've got some real aphid pressure.
Yeah, they really do.
You can
I
see them
have.
in there. Ugh.
This was like bright white, and I also have a purple one that's hidden somewhere. They're pretty, not the only thing that like flowers in winter, but they're a winter flower and they are so pretty. Love them. We've got some violas, petunias, pansies. Which
I think
ones
they're
are these?
violets, right?
Violets?
Little violets. These are going to go outside in the front garden, sort of welcoming guests. They're just back here at the moment. But
Yeah.
it's quite a nice little thing to just pretty up the front garden. What's happened with the foxgloves this year, Jessica?
Right, listen, okay. So we've got this one, and that's self-seeded, and it's in my geranium that I overwintered. So the geranium has been in the conservatory. It stays in that pot. I take it in when it's winter time. And this foxglove just decided to thrive there. Obviously last year we had foxgloves all in the shady border and it was like the thing for last year. It was so pretty. And they had self-seeded from the year before. So I just thought we were going to have loads.
We had so many foxgloves all over the garden and we were like so excited for this year because normally they just self-seed like
Yeah.
crazy. And we've got like 5.
But all on this side. So the shady border you can't see is on that side and there's none, not a single one this year. And we probably got 5 or 6 self-seeders this year. And then I bought a couple because I love a foxglove.
You got to have some foxgloves.
These oxides, I can't remember if we seeded them.
So I sowed a wildflower mix and very,
Is that where
very
they came
few kind of things established. We might have had one oxeye daisy from a garden centre as well, actually.
I can't remember. I do remember them being, they took ages and ages, but they looked kind of like this last year. Maybe not as big, but they have gone everywhere. Absolutely everywhere.
So we didn't have foxgloves self-seeding, but thankfully the oxeyes have self-seeded.
I've got a few pots of them that I've also self-seeded that I'm going to try and put in the front garden and hope they self-seed next year. We have like one in the front garden this year, like literally one, not even like a bunch of them, like one lone daisy. So I'm hopeful that, little butterfly, that we can get some in the front garden next year. Off he goes, butterfly hunting.
Little speckled wood on the marsh marigolds. Oh, nice.
So in spring I have a lot of bulbs here. I wanted to put them in the ground, so this whole section is like soil, and I had loads and loads of bulbs maybe 2 years ago, and then once they go over you're supposed to keep like the leaves on and let them die down, etc., but it looks gross and I don't want to do that. So this year I basically took them all out of the soil, put them in pots, and then when they died I moved them to the back of the garden. and then I got more pots and put the summer flowers in. That way I get flowers all year round without having to see dying daffodils.
We spent quite a while, didn't we, trying to figure out how to have nice spring bulbs and then something there in summer.
Yeah.
And it just never really worked. So I think just putting them in pots and moving them to the back is
Yeah.
probably the solution.
This is, I can't remember what this is called. This is either a Bring Me Sunshine rose or it's a Dahlia rose, but it's one of my faves. Like this peachy yellow colour, and then some of them are brighter. It's doing really, really well this year. This one is in a pot, and I don't know why, but it's very, very bushy this year, and I'm obsessed with it. And then there's this bed where we have the little white flowers, which I think are bacopas. JB doesn't think that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
We're not 100%. There's definitely a nemesia behind it, the little purpley ones. We also have a lupin, which I did buy. I did buy it, but
There's
you
no
will.
shame. There's
No shame because you will see a success story in a different bed later. There are some wallflowers that I just adore. We saved these from the garden centre. They were reduced. They look like we saved them because
Yeah,
they were
they're
reduced.
they're looking a little ropey, aren't they? Kind of autumnal colours as well.
Yeah, but they are well. They're actually meant to look a little deeper than that, but they look cute, so I don't mind.
And then, what's this, Jessica?
And then we have the delphinium. This has overwintered successfully.
Yes.
I don't know what colour it is. I think it's white. It also might be purple, it might be blue, I don't know.
We'll find out very soon.
Yes, it will probably come out and then immediately flop to the ground. I have got a lot of, what are they called? These. Stakes? Supports? Supports. Plant supports. In the hopes, this isn't going to flop, it's just not up yet. Then between the beds we have more roses. This is a lark ascending.
They're doing okay in the pots, aren't they? I mean, these pots are gigantic. What is that, like 50 litres?
I think the big black ones are 60. I did message David Austin when I first got it because they all looked really sad.
Just got on the phone to Dave.
Got on the phone to Dave. I messaged them on Instagram. They're very, very helpful. And they just said maybe they needed bigger pots. So I put them in. So the issue with bigger pots is that either they're like hundreds of pounds or they're ugly. But I just put it in an ugly pot and hope for the best.
It's kind of ugly, but when you step back, it's not too.
It's not.
It doesn't
It's not
stand
giving
out.
the china.
We could do with a few more little bits in here.
Yeah.
Next bed.
Next bed we have catmint.
Oh, that was so good last year. I've never seen so many insects in one place as on this catmint. We've got the feverfew from the allotment. I think that somehow arrived here. Really, really shading out the
Ooh, Sweet William.
Sweet William. Thank you, Jess.
We have another lupin, also bought.
This one's looking a little sadder, isn't it?
It is. I put it in the raised bed and then it got boiling. We had a really, really hot day and I just didn't realise it was that hot. I think it'll be fine. That's pretty much it for the bed. We've got these wallflowers, which are the same as the other ones. This is what the other ones are supposed to look like.
That is true, isn't it?
So like still kind of muted, still kind of autumnal, not quite as dead looking, but they're still very pretty. This is, I don't actually know what this is called, can't remember, but it is doing the best. It's just
smells
bushy.
Amazing, this one.
It's white, it's so pretty, and it's got like, I don't really know what the plants are right behind it, but JB says they're going to be really pretty, so we've left them.
Well, I didn't say they were going to be pretty. Most people would say they are a weed, but they are doing something to hide the fence, so we'll leave those for now.
That's fine. This is my Alice Ramira lily.
Is it a later one, or is it just slow this year?
It's a later one, I believe. It's really like June, July. Bright red, so pretty. We're onto this bed, which is the saddest looking one, and it's because the sweet peas just didn't do it this year. We have a couple, but I want to say only like 8 actual plants.
They are just starting to fatten and thicken up, so hopefully they'll sort themselves out.
But when I was looking at our video from last year, they were already like here kind of height. They're not here kind of height this year. So we're not going to have the show we had last year, but
we do have at least lots and lots of lovely Nigella.
I love Nigella. I did try and direct sow some pink stuff this year and it said no.
Pink stuff?
Yeah, like pink Nigella.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking about the cleaning material.
The rose, this was very kindly gifted by one of JB's subscribers.
Oh, is this a Jekyll, what?
Jekyll and Hyde? No.
No.
Jekyll.
It's someone's name, isn't it?
Jekyll.
It's a really famous gardener. It's named after the gardener. Everyone in the comments will know.
It's Jekyll something. I want to say Jekyll and Hyde, but it's not Jekyll
Is
and
it
Hyde.
Gertrude Jekyll?
It might be Gertrude Jekyll. I said it in a video once and everyone told me I pronounced it wrong, so I probably pronounced it wrong again.
Would you do a live smell test on camera, please, Jessica?
Sure.
This is meant to be the nicest smelling. It's also a climber, right?
Yeah, which is why we put it in here, but the Nigella is taking over.
It takes a little while for the roses to get established, but when they do...
It does smell nice, to be fair. I will take some of the Nigella out to let it thrive a little bit more, but at the moment, because that we're having people here seeing the Nigella looks so pretty, I'm just going to give it another week and then I'll take it out.
Nice. Tell us about the peonies, Jessica.
I grew these from bulb like 3 years ago.
Nice.
And every single spring, I'm like, they're dead. And then they come back and they give me a little bit, and then this one has a bulb for the first time, and I could not be more excited. The other one,
quite a few little black fly on there, Jessica.
Well, the issue is, everyone says that they don't really get pests. They don't get like aphids and stuff, but
Well, they're lying.
they get something.
Oh, I've just seen something I like.
Is that tomato?
There's a volunteer tomato in there. I didn't put it there. Don't look at me like that.
Is that a tomato too? Is there 2 of them?
Yeah.
Stealing all the energy from my peonies. Probably why I only have one bulb.
I'll let you get rid of those tomatoes. That's fair.
That's a bulb too. This one, and this one are all 3 years old, so I'm hoping they all do something.
And where are these ones from, Jessica?
Alright,
Because
listen.
you've gone a little peony crazy,
I
haven't
have.
you?
It's from Waitrose. I bought this one and the other one because I thought they were dead. And every year I think they're dead, and then they come back. But this year I really thought they were dead.
You mean you thought our
were
ones
dead.
was dead?
So I replaced them with these, and then the moment I got them home, I saw it.
That seems like the sort of thing you might say to someone as an excuse for
Wasn't
buying
an
extra
excuse.
peonies, doesn't it?
In the winter time, I'm going to plant them here, in the border.
In the soil?
Yeah, in the soil. So all down here is quite thin.
Interesting.
But
We'll
there
talk
is
about
soil.
that. We'll talk about that outside.
You already
the video,
said yes.
won't we? Yeah,
I have
we'll
it on
talk about
messages.
that. I think my thinking is that we want to try and cover the fences as much as possible, so we want some taller things, but
We could put them at the front and then put like clematis or something behind it.
we'll discuss it.
TBC.
It. The little veg planter is looking quite cute,
These
full of
are
herbs.
cute.
Chives are flowering.
Oops.
No, that's fine. We kind of left them to do that.
This
There.
was a volunteer. No, it's not a volunteer.
It wasn't a volunteer, was it?
It was a ranunculus that the squirrels dug, like stole from me, and then they buried it here, and it flowered. Well, these ones didn't actually make it.
No, they've just kind of gone weird, haven't they? Not the best place for them.
No. Also, I always forget to water this. That's probably my fault.
But Mediterranean
They might
herbs,
come
they
back.
don't mind a bit of drought. What is this big pink thing?
This is a bougainvillea. I saw it, I think, for the first time when I went to Italy, like
True.
2 years ago, and I sent JB like copious amounts of photos saying I need this in the garden. He was like, it will never survive. It might not survive the winter. It will survive the winter because I'm going to have fleece. It's going to be moved indoors.
Fleece?
It's going to be warm. I might get it a radiator. It'll be fine.
You can't buy a plant a radiator.
Watch me. Maybe I'll move it to your greenhouse for the winter. I don't know.
Oh,
But
interesting.
it's super, super pretty. I love it. And it will survive. This is another rose, but
We don't talk about that
we
one.
don't talk about it.
What's this one behind you?
This is the bleeding heart, and this time last year it looked better than this, but you've just missed it basically.
It's just gone over, but this is overwintered successfully, and it did so well.
So well.
The first one we bought that we tried to overwinter just died. So actually seeing this come back to life in spring has been so nice.
It's been really, really pretty. And then we have the cherry blossom tree, doing very well.
It's kind of established now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It had it had a few nice flowers this spring.
Yeah.
But
Well, quite quick though.
yeah, we bought it
Look
this
at
time
mine.
last year, and it's still settling in. You can tell it's not
Yeah.
quite thriving. Unlike,
This is the best thing in the garden. It just is every single year.
it's unbelievable. It's actually like shocking.
It's usually full of bees.
Yeah,
Like absolutely full of bees.
Yeah, this hot lip salvia is very popular with the pollinators. There's always a dozen or so honeybees flitting around in here. The passion flower is, we're still trying to kind of wrestle that back to get some greenery along this trellis, but we'll see. Shady border hasn't been too successful. We won't drill on that. The plan was to have it full of foxgloves, but they didn't really do it. The red campion is established quite nice, but this isn't your favourite, is it, Jess?
It's fine. It's just very large.
However, what is looking nice,
Do you like our new stepping stones? They're so cute.
These were a real nightmare. I actually don't want to talk about them because I'm glad they look cute, but I never want to put any of these in soil.
Yeah,
ever
JB
again.
did a very good job. I did nothing, but they look cute.
They're still kind of bedding in, and we've had a drought, so it's looking a little messy around them. But
This bed?
these beds are looking good, aren't they? What have we got, Jess?
We have got, I can't lie to you, some stuff I grew myself and a lot of stuff from the garden centre because I don't know what happened this year. Everything said, I don't want to do anything for you.
This is my favourite. Do you know what that one is?
So lettuce.
That is red salad bowl, Jess. That is not just any lettuce. That is my favourite lettuce of all time, which is in every single allotment video. I actually don't know how it's ended up here.
These are dahlias that we planted last year and have somehow successfully overwintered.
They just survived, didn't they? We
Which is
accidentally left them in. The problem is,
We don't like them. They're bright, like not
I
even
think they're bright yellow, aren't they?
a cute, yeah, bright yellow and bright pink, but not in a cute way.
I don't remember a pink one, but yeah, the yellow one was
like-
quite...
Very, like just bright.
But we couldn't... Once it started coming back, we just had to leave it, didn't
Yeah.
we?
We did.
The Elysium and the Verbena.
No.
Lobelia.
Lobelia.
Thank you. Looking really cute on the borders. We had a few that kind of died off because we were a bit slow getting them in the bed, weren't we?
The
This,
bidens
though,
are cute.
This is the Sweet William from the allotment, isn't it? That I brought back.
Oh, maybe.
I'm fairly
Yeah, 'cause
sure
we
I
haven't bought
overwintered that
that.
at the allotment, and then it's doing its second year, just starting to flower. These are quite nice, I think.
Yeah, they're very cute.
Some really nice snaps at the back there.
Yeah.
Any idea which one those are?
No. Apple blossom? No, that's not true.
Okay,
I don't
mystery
know.
snaps. They're looking nice.
The lupin, the bigger lupin is...
Because there's not just one here.
There's not just one here, everyone. The bigger lupin JB bought me last year from a garden centre because do we remember the tale of when I successfully seeded like 15 lupins? And I was so cocky about it as well. And then they all died.
They really did,
They
didn't they?
all died. I think actually I had like 2 and then they got slugged immediately. And I was just heartbroken. So JB bought me one, which was very, very kind. He does hate to buy things from a garden centre. And then
Not so much anymore, to be fair.
there's another small one that I direct sowed this year, which would be a success had I not direct sowed like 50 of them. But I did get one, and it's been so dry here that it hasn't been eaten by slugs yet.
Yeah, there were a few. You did get a few more germinating, didn't you? But they just didn't quite make it.
I think I got another one, but it's too dark.
This rose in the planter, is this a climbing rose, Jess? Is this
It
meant to
is-
climb up the...
It is a climbing rose. It is supposed to climb up. At the moment, it's looking a little bushier than I thought it would, but not too big. It's very cute. This bed's looking fine.
It's looking a little less nice than the other one, isn't it?
Yeah.
This little pink one's quite nice.
What? That might be a bacopa.
I think this is Bacopa, yeah. You've got
And
all
then
these little peachy dianthus,
Yeah, super
apricot-y.
cute. We've got some verbenas.
This one was all really nice forget-me-nots, but they've just kind of gone over a little bit.
There were loads of them, wasn't there?
Some cute little bits and bobs in the front. This, I think, is why Jess doesn't really love the red
This
campion,
brute-
because there's a bit in the beds. But honestly, if we didn't have that in there, what would we have?
The delphinium at the back. What's this called?
Where's the delphinium?
That's cute. I bought it, obviously. It's not as big as the other one because I only just got it this year.
Oh, I tell you what I'm excited about in the background behind it. See that little...
Nothing about that is little. That is huge.
Yeah, Jess is right, it's not that little. But this, I'm fairly sure, is garlic mustard, which is established from some wildflower seed that I've sowed. Really, really nice for butterflies. So we don't really want it in the bed, but hopefully I can collect some seed and get it established in the shady border, because a bit of that garlic mustard, Jack by the hedge, really lovely, lovely wildflower. You had a interesting situation with the ranunculus this year, didn't you,
Yeah,
Jess?
so again, I did the little corns and maybe I did like 50. And last year, all of them did really well and then they immediately died like overnight and it was a whole mess. So this year I did the same, but I only had like 25% germination.
Yeah.
So the ones I planted myself, and then I got some from the garden centre. The ones I planted myself got really tall, and the garden centre ones are like, you probably can't even see them anymore, but they were like this kind of height.
There's one just in here, these lovely little red
Yeah, the
ones.
apricot ones. So I was expecting them all to get taller, so they're all kind of swallowed right at the back.
It's a shame they've all gone over now. But it did look nice in spring,
It did
didn't
look
it?
nice in spring.
They're just a little over. that's
Yeah,
all.
I'm waiting
There
for
is-
things to grow in a little bit. That's
Yeah.
why everything's got a bit more space.
There's lots in here still to come. We've just got some of these dark red antirrhinums. And this one at the back is a really colourful yarrow that we picked up from a garden centre a little while back that's just starting to rocket away. So quite excited to see how that develops. We've got a few little cosmos in here. We did have a disaster with this B&Q planter.
It was on sale for a reason.
This panel fell off the other day, so I had to patch it up with a bit of pallet wood, of course. What else would I use? Clematis is doing very well though.
It is doing very well.
It has just gone over, which is a bit of a shame, but Jess has adorned this with some...
Other flowers?
what variety of flower is this, Jessica?
The plastic kind.
Ah, yes.
I just wanted
Plasticus
it,
plasticus.
plasticus, to be a bit, you know.
Yeah, it
It
does
looks-
look really
it
nice,
looks
to be
cute
fair.
from a
I was just
distance.
doing a little joke. Could we just
Well.
take a minute to look at how nice the back of the house looks now? There is one other thing I just have to show you quickly. We do have some little hostas going in the... we want to make this look a little bit nicer before we have guests, but just over here, can you see this? This is a little hazel tree. And I planted this over winter. I can't remember exactly when, but it is really starting to establish and start to shoot up, and I'm really, really excited for that. It'll give the pond a little bit of shade, which it really needs because it does dry out quite quickly, and the pond's looking really, really nice as well. We've got the purple loosestrife just starting to come back again. So there we have it. Our garden in the middle of May is looking pretty good, isn't it?
It's looking pretty good.
Best it's looked?
Some of it. Best it's looked if we had sweet peas and we had foxgloves
Yeah, if we had better sweet peas and foxgloves, I
Yeah.
think that'd be it, wouldn't it?
next year.
That'd be perfect next year. Thank you ever so much for joining us. An extra special thank you to all of my Chili Pepper tier patrons. Tony, Bill, Pam, Mel, Michael, Socks, Dorcas, Louise, Andre and Brett. Hopefully, I'll see you again in the next one.